Okay, so I sent Dark Souls over to you. You got that?
I got it. I'm not hearing it, but I got it.
Oh, you're probably not hearing it because I'm not in it.
Oh, there we go. Now I'm hearing it. All good.
All right, let's... Did I hit record? I hit record. Okay, good. All right. Continue. Hope I picked the right... I got the two Xbox controllers and the one, was, fucking up. And
well, yeah, you're having trouble.
I was cleaning, so I just put them in a drawer, and I'm assuming I chose the right one. Forgetting, when I put them away, I was, forgetting that the one was, the one was not working so good.
This is a very exciting. It's a very exciting test here.
It's a fun, exciting test. Wow, I have no health. Did I just not rest at the bonfire last time?
I guess not. I remember last time when you were ending, I kept thinking you were going to die somehow, by misadventure or something, because you had 0 health. I kept watching it. I was like, when's this gonna happen? And I guess we never.
Yeah. Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Best of All Possible Souls. It's me, Dia. I'm here with Derby, who has, I don't know, what do you think, Trevor? That's 4% health?
Yeah, I think you're rocking maybe 20 health there.
Yeah, it's a pretty small number. That's Trevor over there. Trevor's drunk. Say hi.
Hi everyone. Hi Derby. Hi Dia. Happy to be here. Happy to bear witness to Derby's incredible staying power.
Wow, 30, Trevor. You were close. 10 off.
Amazing. Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah. We got 12,000 souls on us right now. That's not enough to buy anything, I don't think.
Unfortunately not. We're
What's my next level? 18. How much do I get for this soul? Used to acquire many souls. Well, let's eat it and find out. Oh, shit. That is many souls.
That's many
All right,
souls.
well, we gotta rest anyway, so let's pop back. Let's just return to Firelink for a sec.
Grammatically speaking, many souls should be less than that, I would think. I don't know where you're gonna get several souls now or multiple.
It's a couple souls.
Welcome home.
I would like to level up. I would like to touch the darkness.
Can you do the vid again?
Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna do vid again.
Nice, excellent.
I want Derby to be able to be big.
Farewell, Agni the Flames.
Yeah. Flames are great. Love flames. Some of my best friends are flames. All right. So actually, let's. There's only one way to. This is what I'm doing wrong. I was thinking inventory instead of equipment instead of inventory. Let's see. What's that do? 72.5. So we still can't wear the Fallen Knight set.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
It's really tough having enough.
Have you seen our sword?
It's huge. Yeah, no, I guess that's tough. But if you're building I guess if you're building a tank, you're putting a lot more into it than we are. So
yeah,
it makes sense.
I mean, it's one of those things where I front loaded strength so that I could just hold the fucker.
And you were right to do so.
That's the thing is I did not need to put 28 points into strength straight away. This just means if I accidentally hit the don't two-hand like I've done now, because sometimes I fuck up and I hit the Y, and that means I'm now suddenly swinging one-handed. And if you do that and you don't have the full, hit the full strength to wield the sword, yeah, you do less damage.
Oh yeah,
you do a lot less damage, and that's a problem. So I definitely took that off.
No, I think it was a good idea.
Yeah,
it was a good idea. It's amazing once you're kind of in a hole that way, how hard it is to build your way out.
Yeah, but I mean, this is the start of I guess Dark Souls 2 is the start. It really gets started to get inflaty with stats and things like that. But
yeah,
Dark Souls 3 is where, God, at one point I think the meta was 220, and it's I level 220. Are you fucking kidding me? What are we doing?
Wow.
Like, are we maxing all of our shit? What's going on?
We're just grinding forever.
Like, yeah. And like you do start getting quite a bit of, you start getting quite a bit of souls from things.
Well, and I guess you go into New Game Plus and stuff like that too.
And the DLC for this, you get the 2 DLCs, and the DLCs are pretty extensive. So that is a real thing. But also it's a little silly. Yeah, nope. So we're still working our way towards having,
big girl armor.
Vit to do anything.
Yeah.
But that's okay. We got our point. We're going back to Central Irythyll.
Irythyll, what else is there to do?
Irythyll of the Boreal Valley. This nice, snowy, high Gothic city nestled in this Boreal Valley. I like it's the Boreal Valley because Lordran only has the one. That's the one biome we get.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Lordran. Oh wow, that guy fell right off.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
He's like
Lordran is not. It's too varied to have anything else. More than one.
It's true. So we got this big fountain that greets us when we come in here. We cross this bridge. The bridge has got like a weird enchantment over it. We needed to have a weird doll.
There's a demon on the bridge
to get in. There was a demon on the bridge. Yeah. If you run up here without the doll, I think it stops you at the door, but you can still get mauled by the demon, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I mean naturally that's the only way it's really funny. That makes sense.
But
where do we think that head came from? It's kind of.
Well, it's one of these guys, right? Like it's.
Yeah, but they all have their heads.
Well, I mean,
I suppose maybe I'm looking for a bit too much.
He's ready to fight you. He's got his hands out ready to fight.
He's got old man strength going on.
He does. He's got old man strength. He's like, God, who was the guy, the juicer guy?
Oh yeah. Well, wait. You mean like George Foreman?
No, not George Foreman. Was the grill
guy? He's the grill guy. Yeah.
He was the juice guy. I can't remember from the 80s.
There was always George Atlas.
No, there was
I don't think that's what you're thinking.
There was the old guy. He was really kind of like grizzly, and he was always wearing a bad tracksuit. Fucking Jim Carrey portrayed him on In Living Color back in the day. But anyway,
I need to know who that is.
I don't know where this is coming from because there's no real place that I can see where.
You're right. It just kind of exists, doesn't
it? It's one of those. Well, it got there somehow. Oh, are those guys? No, those aren't guys. Those are little parapets. Okay, they looked like guys from far away, and I was just like,
that'd be cool. They look like they're on horses.
Or they look like they're on horses,
guys
or they're
horses.
Like dudes in weird little coats. Like from here, I was like, oh, they've got little weird coats, and they've got those little silly hats that the watchmen, the grave wardens wear, because they've got those silly little like top hats. Yeah, I don't know where he comes from, but he's got a statue here of him, and then some kind of king.
Jake Kordich is the guy's name.
Oh, okay.
I never would have gotten that.
Never would have gotten that, no.
But he's known as the Juic Man and the father of juicing. Which, to be clear, is juice coming from a fruit. I don't know if he was into steroids or not.
Yeah.
He might also be a big proponent of that. It's possible.
Could be. That would be a good cover.
Yeah, I feel like he should be proud, out and proud about liking steroids. Jeez, Derby. Boy.
Yeah.
That's rough. Straight up ghoul.
God, yeah. No, Derby's been juicing. Derby's just subsisting entirely off of Estes Flask juice, which is probably a mixture of carrot and pineapple.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Jesus.
Ugh.
So there's these guys. they're like, I think they're called like, they're like the Pontiff Knights or something like that. This is a very, in case you couldn't tell from the atmosphere, this is a lot like what's the city, the main capital in Heaven's Ward, Trevor? Not Isengard.
No. Nah, so you put me on the spot with it. I know this. It's the because I'm just thinking the Firmament, and that's not right.
No, but
that's in that city.
Yeah, it's in that city.
Yes, no, it is like that. It's it's gonna annoy me. Let's see. Ishgard.
There we go.
Yeah.
So yeah, this city is very, it's got a lot of Ishgard vibes, if you will.
A lot of them, yeah.
Which is to say, whenever JRPGs want to invoke, just true appalling evil,
they pick the Catholic Church.
They'll make the Catholic Church happen. And they'll make an entire city based around the Catholic Church.
No one ever said that the people we were dealing with weren't extreme geniuses, and this is proof of it.
Yeah. So what we have here is this just nightmare Catholic city, basically this papal city.
It is kind of like if Vatican City was a lot bigger and also built vertically. There is something to that. It does feel a little like that.
I think that is one of the things that I do find very interesting about the way Irythyll is set up, is that it does have this intense verticality to it that's not unnatural. It's
right.
You can see how a city would possibly take this shape. Finger butthole.
Yes. Let's go. How does that only have that many?
I know. It's probably new. Oh, shit. Yeah, so these guys have this thing. And so not only do they have this, weird flame whip, and not only do they do that shit, they also have the ability to, make gouts of flame just appear at a distance.
Yeah, these guys are...
Yeah. So...
Yikes.
This is where, Dark Souls 3 really gets real.
That's what I always thought would happen when I became a pyromancer in this game.
Yeah,
it's not really.
Pyromancy is never as cool as everyone else's pyromancy makes it out to be. Oh shit, I misjudged that one. Oh, we can also do this. Holy shit, wow. My guy. Miyazaki, you gotta calm down.
This is too much. Maybe 2-3 attacks, but 8 attacks.
Yeah, he gets a lot of different attacks. Fire Witch gauntlets. Okay. So that's a Fire Witch we just encountered. Starting with Bloodborne, we start getting these. I guess it's not starting with Bloodborne. The Bloodborne has a zone where you appear, and there's kind of there's a fountain, and it's overgrown with these weird flowers and spectral light, and it does this whole thing. And this is one of the motifs that I think Miyazaki gets interested in. Spectral. We'll just call spectral flowers. Spectral flower courtyard. Around Bloodborne, and I really support it because it's creepy without being too obnoxious. I wouldn't have put a body there. I would not have done.
You wouldn't have put a body.
I wouldn't have put finger butthole
directly. Yeah, I think that's mainly. That's maybe it's kind of harshing the vibe a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think it quite works. I always love the. I forgot when you go backwards with the sword.
Oh, it also
it goes all the way back, and it still can do damage. It's
of course, big heavy sword.
I'd
be mad if it didn't do damage.
But
it is funny when it's funny when Japanese developers are sort of the quote unquote auteurs get into these sort of tropes that on their face are just kind of silly emo tropes you see from a shirt from Hot Topic or something, flowers that only grow in the moonlight, or a person cursed to live a half-life. Like I was seeing, there was like an old Kojima demo that someone had found on a PS2, like, you know, I don't know, like deep in some data mining, and it was just this guy who had 2 swords and he had to kill, and blood could only sate. It's like, it's so cool because it's like, on some level it's very, very cliche and silly, and on another level, like, Miyazaki is legitimately, you know, a talented thinker when it comes to this kind of stuff, and so like when he pulls it off, you're like, that's so childish, but it's so cool.
Yeah. This weird dirt pile here.
Little odd, yeah. Well, you know,
it's funny because
moonflowers
it's like,
have to grow somewhere.
Well, that's the thing. That's like what's funny about it, because like, so there's the bricks, right? And we got all this brick, and these flowers are ripping up through the brick, which is, you know, that's not uncommon at all. I mean, here's a whole. This was a green space. Yeah. Like this is grass and soil here, but the flowers have grown beyond it. The flowers have grown beyond it in a weird kind of pattern. There's brick that was in theory keeping it curtailed. I like these flowers because they're weird. These aren't like, you know, these aren't the flowers you would expect someone to like be like, let's go nuts with like a bunch of like weird flower growth.
Right.
They're this cool blue color. They've got this purple center. They're not, you know, they're like really kind of generic-y, sort of like, you know, God, I'm trying to think of what the flower they remind me of. But I'm blanking. But they're very like a weed, but they're very like, you know, in like, where did they come from?
I like also that they grow out. They seem to have like a purposeful spiral to them, which is such a neat. Like, you don't ever see that in weeds. Like, the idea of a weed growing purposefully is very unnerving.
Well, it's like, you know, like it's not. They're not growing kind of. I mean, like they're growing around this what was a fountain, but they're not really deliberately growing around the fountain. You know, like they haven't been planted. You know, in a real manner. There's like some that have like grown up. They've grown this like. They're starting to vine and climb.
There's one in the fountain at the top.
Yeah, there's a couple in the fountain like that are, and those ones are vining and climbing down, and but like they're, you know, they're also kind of spreading out. Usually, you know, it takes a lot for plants to do that. Usually, you get climbers or you get crawlers. You don't get, you know, there's some weeds like. Blanking now on the name that I'm actually I'm visualizing the plant and I can't remember its name, but it'll come to me. And but so anyway, so we've got this mound of dirt that's thrusting its way up through the brick in like a very weird way. Yeah, it's much too tall.
It's a very weird and cool idea of what would happen with like nature taking something back, that the dirt would actually come up as opposed to just like essentially level out to its normal place where it would want to be. It's not like they didn't build on top of the dirt and like press it down 6 inches. That's almost certainly not what happened with this cobbled street. But what this dirt mound presupposes is it was.
Yeah. Which is like wild because, like, you know, usually you remove the dirt, put the bricks in.
No time. We're building up and onward. We can't stop to remove the dirt.
But we've also got a lot of other weeds, and we see this a lot. Like Miyazaki is interested in his snow plants. Whenever there's snowy zones, we will have some kind of vegetation that persists despite it being, you know, seemingly Arctic.
Yeah, we love things thriving. Despite,
there's one up there.
Oh, that's great. That's handy. Yeah, no, in Dark Souls we love to see things thriving and growing even in hostile environments, because then we can be thematic.
But then we totally have this like kind of dead, like, you know, vine, this dead thorny vine growing on this that did not survive.
No, Fire Witch got that one. Maybe
that is what happened. Okay, nothing back that way. Well, we got to deal with Fire Witch.
thought you found a secret.
I thought I did too. I'd hoped I had. Anything to not deal with Fire Wedge. Yeah, I see you, buddy.
We see Fire Wedge. And Fire Wedge sees us.
Thankfully, Fire Wedge not big in the poise department.
Which is great, because honestly, you look at someone like that and you think that is absolutely someone who's huge in the poise department.
Yeah, it's funny because like they've got, I guess their armor is just made out of tinsel, you know. But these are these guys over here, the Pontiff Knights, and they are, they're knights for the Pontiff. Like it does what it says on the tin.
Pope Knights.
Yep. But God, they suck.
I like how easy they are to kill. I do not like how powerful they are.
Like that's the thing is, they're again tinsel buddies. You know, like they're a little gaunt. They're tall and gaunt. They've got mostly cloth armor that's got this, chainmail kind of jerkin over top, and then a little kind of fancy breastplate, and kind of a metal greaves, and that's it. All looks very shiny and pretty, and then they've got a big exposed skull face. Because they're like they're the dudes, the ring wraiths when Frodo sees them in the ring zone.
They are like that.
When Frodo goes to the ring zone, he sees them and they're like white ghosts, and that's like When
Frodo's playing that mini game where you're going around the globe as Sonic or Tails.
What are we doing down here?
We're getting really upset.
Someone's
really down there being really angry.
Yeah. I love this. I love the way this moon, and like it seems like the moon is actually not like, I can't tell if it's like an eclipse, a weird crescent, like what's going on here with the light, right? Like it's.
Yeah, I feel like it's an eclipse, but it doesn't. It keeps changing too. Like, yeah, I don't know how much of the moon is visible at any given point.
Yeah, I don't know what's moon, what's sun, what isn't either. What
a weird moon.
Yeah. The weird face on that archway over there. Hello.
It's like the cover of a Ghost album.
Right.
They're very good.
There's a whole squad of assholes in that room back in there. It's really.
Are we gonna check them out?
Oh, we're gonna check them out. Yeah, we're gonna go over there. Because that's. And see, we get these ghosts of like the OG Pontiff Knights, I guess, back when things were better. I don't know.
I mean, I don't think anyone dressed like that indicates things are going better.
But I can't tell if this is like sexual dimorphism that we're trying to display here, or like what.
Yeah, I mean, you would think based on like what parts they're choosing to exaggerate in both, but I'm not so sure. I mean, it very well could be just Ornstein and Smo aesthetics again. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One is big, one is small.
Yeah. Maybe one's just got, very shapely hips, and the other one slightly more, interested in push-ups.
Hey, I support both of them.
Yeah.
I support them because they're ghosts and can't hurt us.
Yeah,
there's no downside in supporting them.
They're very interesting in that just kind of they're phantoms that just kind of pass through the zone and like absolutely are designed to scare the shit out of you.
Oh yeah, because they look like enemies. It's a good choice, actually. I support that a lot. I like the quick jump scare that keeps you on your toes every time, because you have to. You have no choice but to respect it every time, because the one time you don't, it'll be a real Pontiff Knight.
Yeah. And like that's the other thing that I like about it is that they are very clearly, they're the same enemy type, right? Like,
right.
Ooh, a lot of buddies around. Look at that.
Wow, there must be something coming up.
That's Androflex.
I like him.
That's Androflex, and that's Strength Build. Fuck yeah, Strength Build. Let's go.
That is Strength Build right there.
But then here is a real friend.
I thought it might be
you. Henry.
See you. I never managed to find Horace, but my duty must be done, even alone, as an unkindled Lord Seeker. For the children I knew, bless their souls. We all have our reasons, don't we? Ah, you are brave indeed, to face your duty alone. I would do well to learn from you. May the flames guide your way.
Quiet resolve.
What a good emote.
I would play.
So that's Henri. He's got a duty to do for the children.
He's on his voice of freedom shit.
Yeah, no, damn it. So we got a bonfire, so that's good. We don't have to deal with that whole run-up anymore.
That's nice.
Yeah.
That run-up's neat, but yeah, it's... Oh.
Proof of a Concord kept. And here's this weird coffin, and then there's this whole thing.
What is proof of a Concord kept?
We could find out. But we're in this little church, like this weird little, this is a lot like when we first come to Anne Orlando, and like we kind of, there are those little, those little small churches that we can duck into and take refuge in, and this happens to be one of them.
Except this one, unlike Anne Orlando, doesn't have a Titanite demon in one.
It does not have a Titanite demon in one of them. It doesn't have any big knights of any kind in it. It's got stairs going up that we'll have to explore, and it's got stairs going down that we'll have to explore. There's a lot going on in the
many
Irythyll.
options.
Yeah, this is kind of a big sprawling zone from what
huge.
I remember. But let's take a look at this proof of a Concord kept. It looks like an ear.
Yeah, it does look.
Proof a dark spirit was felled by a blue sentinel. Oh, it is an ear. It is a blood-drained, shrunken ear. Souvenir taken for subduing the guilty. The knights, called the Blades of the Dark Moon, punish the guilt-soaked offenders of the gods and take this as proof of their conquest. The earless corpses of the guilty will be left behind as a warning to others, inspiring both fear and respect for the gods. Such is the eternal mandate of the Dark Sun.
Oh, the dark...
Trevor? Trevor? You were talking and then you broke up. Are you there? Oh no, we seem to have lost Trevor.
Yeah, well, no, you're back.
Hey, there we are.
I said dark sun, not dark moon, like Gwendolyn, and then you dropped off, and I was like, have I finally crossed the line and revealed the knowledge to Dark?
Well, because
that Gwendolyn is here.
He's Gwendolyn. Dark Sun Gwendolyn. That is who we know in a space like this. The last time we were in a high gothic place, we ran into a dark sun. It was Gwendolyn, son of Gwyn, brother sister to Guinevere, big titty illusion princess who is not actually around. But fear and respect for the gods. That is what Gwendolyn wants, fear and respect. Gwendolyn wants fear and respect. Which, it's understandable. The little child. I think he's the youngest. But we wrecked Gwendolyn's ass last time we came through Anne Orlando. Don't know what became of him after that, though. Trevor, are you gone again? Trevor, I swear to God. Discord, we're fighting now. Discord is giving us trouble, it would seem.
Hey,
there we go.
That's really weird. I've like, as we've been chatting, I'm cutting off like anything that could be open that could be doing this, but
I think it's just Discord.
Yeah, I think Discord's having a tantrum.
Discord is having a tantrum. Time for Pointless. So here's a weird room that we don't know anything about just as of yet.
You're going to have to describe it because I can't see it, but I'm
oh, you can't even see it.
I can't, but I'm listening and learning.
Well, so I went up the stairs. I went up the stairs from where we were, and it was just kind of this is such a humid room. It's a very humid stairwell, which is, you know, what happens when you trap heat in a place where it's snowy.
Yeah,
things get damp. And then we'll come up into this kind of, you know, like kind of orthogonal, you know, tower. It looks like it's like we're in at the base of a tower. There's some kind of, you know, woodwork, flooring, and some beams above us. The walls are kind of dirty. There's nothing in here, but there was a note that said time for Pointless. But if we look up, there is a window with the glass smashed out of it. And it looks like we eventually might come back through here.
It's very Italo Calvino, what you're describing.
It is. It is.
I just like that says time for Pointless because, of course, it's pointless in the sense that you don't get items out of it.
Right. You don't just hop up in there and suddenly things are all like, you know, wild and groovy and, you know, here's an NPC or here's some other things or whatever.
It's cool though.
Yeah, it's I feel like atmosphere can be a point unto itself. I picked up a thing called a roster of knights. And there's some weird flowers and I'm about to go outside. It looks like I went to the stairs that go down. And there's an outside. And there's a graveyard. Yeah. You're still not seeing any of this, are you?
I'm not. I don't even have the option to look at your stream.
That's so fucking wild. Maybe I should just
finally decided we were doing too good a job.
Maybe I should just pause and we could reconnect.
All right, yeah, let's give that a try.
Let's try that.
Bummer.
Yeah.
I was enjoying looking at all that stuff.
How did the stream go? Tell us about your stream experiences. Sad face. Stream.
You sure you want to know? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Oh man, you only let me choose one option. They only let me choose one option. That's bullshit. I have numerous complaints with that stream. Well then. All right. Let's relaunch Dark Souls. Do all this fresh. Send this over to you. Frame rate of 30. You know, this is the thing. It kills me. Like, it's 720p at 30 frames a second. Like, that's what you're having to look at. And that's the, you know, that's the best option that we can give you without paying through the nose through Discord. And
yeah, it's pretty clear what they're up to there for sure. Like, it's just, this is a, please give us money. I'm going to hold your stream hostage until you do.
All right, you seeing that?
I'm seeing you.
Are you seeing Dark Souls 3?
I'm just seeing the Dia Ave. Oh wait, hold on. Yeah, okay, there it is.
Okay, good. There we go. Dark Souls 3. Let's go.
All right.
Let's fucking do this. Come on, Dark Souls. Come on, Discord.
You got this, Discord.
You got to get this together because Trevor and I got a lot of Dark Souls to get through. Because then, once we're done with Dark Souls, I don't know, maybe we're doing Kingsfield. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Would love it. I saw, there's been some Kingsfield Discourse recently, and it's time to correct to the proper thing.
I watched this video about the Kingsfield the other day. It was like a 4-hour long video, and
yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
And I was just like so furious with it because
you were so tilted on that video.
I can't deal with YouTube essays. The way people do YouTube essays is just like infuriating to me. Oh, fading soul. Oh, what's the shit?
Ah.
Oh shit.
Oh boy.
Wow.
It was a trap.
It was a trap. It was a graveyard trap with some of these guys. These guys are neat. They're like the weird, desiccated corpses with their little glowy eyes, but these ones are like stealth.
Yeah, they're ghostly.
And then they get glowy eyes, and then they materialize, and by that point, it might be too late. Oh, what's this?
Oh, big. Is that a throne? Is that a wall?
That's a big grave, like tombstone.
Oh, a big grave. Yeah. A person is praying to it.
Oh.
That person is not a person.
That person's not a person. That's is that what? That's not one of the storyteller people, is it? Or that's
I mean, the glowing eyes were right and the posture was right, but the location sure isn't.
Yeah, that's not the right location for him. Looks like he's got a couple of extra limbs, but they don't look.
Got a big long neck.
He's got like weird. Yeah, he's got like weird chicken feet.
Huh. Some sort of abomination.
Yeah, that's
cool.
That's definitely not. Homeward bone. 3 homeward bones in front of.
What is a grave if not a homeward bone?
Giant grave. An undead bone shard behind it.
Wow.
Here. Yeah. Yeah, back here behind this thing. Item. Try behind. Visions of Trevor. I don't know. Like this is like a weird like kind of melted like fucked up tombstone too.
It's smooth in the way that only like melted things are, or things that have been under like a steady drip of water for millennia.
Right, that's the thing. It's like you can't tell if like is it like or maybe it's iced over, but like where is the moisture coming from that it is so
Right, and it's not in a cave, so it's like you're not. It's not consistently moist enough to create that odd sheen you find. No,
if anything, it's on the side of a cliff. There's like, it's gonna be drier from like wind shear and things like that. Like it's weird, and there's no indication of anything going on there other than we have this weird guy praying in front of it with red eyes.
This is where this game's Harshaphon is buried.
God damn it.
They just put him up there. It's a real shame.
I'm still mad at Harshaphon being killed off, if just because it felt like such a forced thing.
It did.
I wasn't even really attached to him, but it was one of those like you tried to force an attachment to Harshaphon just so you could kill him off for like this dramatic payoff, and like fuck you for so nakedly trying to manipulate my emotions.
I feel that way about Harshaphon. I like Harshaphon just fine, but I also understand that, and like I feel like they've admitted that they were wrong to do it with Mo and Brita. They were just like, yeah, we fucked up. That was stupid.
That was so stupid.
But they've never done that with Harshaphon. They seem to be living that truth, and I feel like they should admit both of them were kind of a mistake.
They really should. I mean, like the Moon Brita was like, they're almost like little humanity sprites.
I love them. I like them a lot.
Yeah. Oh, there's a dog. God, it's a weird fucking.
What is it?
Be wary of beasts. Be luring it out required ahead. Is there anything behind here? No. Okay. Okay. There's 2 dogs. They're weird looking.
Yeah, I don't like them at all.
No, I might die doing this, but.
And because they're dogs, I know Miyazaki also does not like them at all.
Can I get a good look at you guys? There we go.
Ooh.
Why do they have...
Just have human faces?
They've got, like, human faces.
I really don't like that at all.
No, that's so terrible. They got weird spines. Like, they got, like
half, like, they almost have, like, a chicken posture.
Yeah, what the shit, Miyazaki? What's wrong with you?
This is what Miyazaki sees. If you see, like, a poodle, like someone's walking a poodle, this is what Miyazaki sees. This is why he hates dogs so much.
Miyazaki watches all of this, like, you know, like the like overly groomed, like you know, rich Korean dogs.
And he's just getting terrified the whole time. He's like, what are people doing?
Sees a Pomeranian that has been, like, you know, groomed into a perfect cube. And he's just like, no, that's unnatural. Let me show you what a real dog looks like. This is a weird way. We go down this walkway, and it's getting more and more overgrown and fucked up, and rocks and dirt are breaking through all over. And, like, there's these weird dog man beasts. And there's this, like, just kind of awful alcove back here. And more, like, this like, icy weed grass is growing through, and then we get this archway with these trees growing on it, and it's like, just someone got up there. Good for them. Praise the left. Praise the front. Praise the left. Good.
A very good message.
Yeah. And then we go down here, and what's down here?
Oh my gosh. I feel like this is like a better version of the city we got in Elden Ring. Like, I didn't mind the city in Elden Ring or anything. Like I just forget what it's called at this point.
Oh, shit.
Oh no. Like the main one that you end up at where the Erd tree is.
Yeah, I'm just like, yeah, the Gold City.
Yeah, it's not critical, but like oh no.
No. Why the fuck would you do that? This is like the humanity sprite, like the like thousands of humanity sprites in that one section of the DLC in Dark Souls 1.
Yeah.
Only so much worse.
Yeah, because these guys are harder.
Yeah, like the humanity sprite they just kind of move at you. They don't
yeah. Is there any sort of thing you can light on fire? Or?
Well, first of all, I got this torch.
Right.
And this is a good reason for why, you know, you bump that strength up to 28, because now I got this sword that I can wield, right. And I still have this torch. Oh, I don't want to do that. But I can Derby got fireballs. They don't get really attracted to it. Oh, and you can't lock on to that.
They're attracted to you, though. That one's looking right at you.
Yeah, that one seems to be, but also, like, not enough, you know?
No, it's not coming up the path. It's just spotted you.
Yeah.
But I think this feels like a better version of that city. Like, even with like the catacombs here, I think, like, there's something. I guess they're going for something different, but the fact that it's so dark and quiet and empty, I think it evokes the same feelings, except a little more effectively. For me, anyway.
Yeah. No,
I think that's purely a taste thing.
I think I guess what I would say is that they feel like they're very different cities.
That's true.
Oh, they're crawling. They're not like the other ones.
Oh.
They're like weird crawler guys.
Dark Souls 3 just loves being a harder game.
It really does. Like, oh shit! Doing the Elden Ring problem of swinging too high if I'm not locked on.
You simply have to swing down.
Yeah.
Very normal thing to do.
Oh.
There's two back there, and that one's mad at you.
That one's mad, and he's a walker.
When he's strong.
Yeah, the ones that walk are a little bit tougher. Or I guess the ones that can stand.
My band in high school and the beginning of college had one song where in the bridge, our vocalist oh my god, loved to do like dramatic things, would be able to yell whatever he wanted, and one thing he yelled a lot was just "the dead travel fast." I think he thought that sounded really cool. and this is basically his area. I would say.
Dead travel fast. It's such a fucking thing to say.
It is. No, it totally is. It absolutely is. We let him cook.
Like, it's what you just gotta do. You gotta let your bandmates cook sometimes.
Yeah, that's how you have a band. You don't worry too much about what's going on. You just have fun. Let everyone cook a little bit.
My one friend had this band, and their bass player, like they were like, really wanted to be like a hardcore like metal band, and they had this bass player who like was like arguably the most accomplished musician and like the most like normal of the bunch.
Oh yeah.
But he was like his name was Steve, and he always dressed like head to toe, like late 90s Guess.
Okay.
Like just spent all of his money on making sure that he had the full like GQ lineup of like, this is what men under 30 should wear from Guess.
That is kind of cool.
And so he was just he was just like Steve, the cool bass player, who was like the normal guy in the band.
Very typical thing. Very typical thing for a metal band guy to have.
And
I guess that's true though. Metal band guys are either like totally corpse paint or Morbid Angel shirt, or like they're dressed in extremely normal nice clothes.
And I used to just really like laugh because like it was just like like everyone else, like there was like this one guy, like the one guy, and he just like he was very quiet, didn't talk at all, had very very just long stringy hair that just always was down in front of his face. And there's another one who like there's my friend who another friend of mine ended up like, and this is a famous story, dated him because he looked like Mad Mardigan from Willow.
Yes. Okay. Yes. Let's go.
And that was her reason there. But like, and then like there was like their vocalist was like such like a weird loser. he wore this like horrible like Bloodborne coat, but like this was like 15 years before Bloodborne.
Oh no, that's not good.
Yeah, no, it was not cool.
That's like, it's still not good to wear a Bloodborne coat, but at least now you can be like, oh, you're just like, you really like those games.
And he was like really husky and like had like dirty blonde hair and wore like little circular like glasses, and it was just like, oh, this is so terrible. But then you had fucking like Hot Steve, who was the GQ fashion blade.
Hot Steve rocks. I support Hot Steve the most out of this. Really I do not support OC Helsing. I don't think that's cool. I don't support that guy at all. I feel like there's always a Steve. There was a Steve in my band too. He was also the most potentially like honestly, like I wasn't one of them. I learned bass to play in this band. But like they asked me, I was like 14 and they were like, can you learn bass? And I was like, yeah, sure. And just played bass for 6 or 7 years in this band. But our guitarist was really good, and both of them, and our drummer Steve was like an extremely good drummer. But like I feel like every Steve that you meet in a band has to have some sort of like either very normie aspect or very weird aspect about them. Like this, if you're not the Steve in your band, then or if you don't know who the Steve is in your band, then it's you.
Yeah, no, it was really funny because like I remember like when I first met him, and he actually was like wearing like a Blackhawks like hockey jersey.
Yes.
And then but like $150 Guess jeans. And like
that rocks.
and like Jordans. I was just like, okay, Steve. And like we were in like we were in this basement of like the one kid's house, and like he didn't talk, and he also had a dude who lived in like his basement in like a closet.
Oh.
Yeah, there was like this other metal dude who
That's spooky.
And he was like a super computer nerd, and he just smoked shit tons of weed and did like Java programming for like Department of Defense like mapping software.
And all he could afford was a closet in his friend's house.
No, I think he because he was fucking loaded, because like he was like
he would have to be.
He was like totally like making mad bank, doing like weird freelance Department of Defense Java coding for map software, but then like for like these like, you know, weird like contractors out of like Norfolk and shit like that. But
sure.
Like he was just living in this basement, like I think because he just wanted to.
God, there's no like weirder group of people you will find than people in a scene. They all gather together to be like the strangest possible people they can be. It rocks. It's kind of inspiring in a way.
What a weird room. What a weird zone. We go through that weird. We go through that like. What even is the structure that we were just in?
It's not a cathedral.
No.
I'm gonna preempt everyone and say it's not a cathedral.
It is not a cathedral. Like it's this weird. I feel like we've run into this structure throughout Dark Souls 3 though. Like this is kind of this weird, like it's not now, and obviously we didn't run into it in this fancy a way. Like there was not like this like, you know, gothic house above, you know, I guess it's kind of like just like a weird open cellar. Is this where you would keep just like a stable?
It feels like this is like a parliamentary building almost. Like
it's so weird because this is clearly a storage area. We've got these giant casks, right? Like we've got giant casks. We had lots of boxes before I broke them all. We do have more. Is there more shit?
Barrels.
Lots of barrels. We've got like these like weird kind of like storage alcoves where you would stack more barrels. Interestingly, the barrels are stacked, you know, like that and not sideways, but we've got the big barrels on the sides over there. But then we've got this weird stone, like, you know, archway that leads out to this kind of weird landing.
Is it a courtyard? It's almost impossible to say. And
then it leads down to this like weird stairwell that leads down to a river.
Oh. I didn't expect that.
Yeah, didn't expect that.
I would say the river is one of the rarest landmarks in Souls games.
Yeah, I mean,
like we don't see a river a lot.
We don't see moving bodies of water that we can kind of interact with.
We could just like Tom Sawyer ourselves down this river.
God.
The other day, my mom was at my house, was visiting to drop something off, and I was cutting up vegetables for a soup, and she saw me cutting something, and she was like, "Oh, that's an easy thing to cut." And I was like, "Oh, how do you usually do it?" She was like, "Oh, like this." And she started cutting it, and I was like, "Okay, I think I can do that." And she was like, "Actually, let me help a little bit." And like after a minute, she goes, I think you just Tom Sawyered your way into making me do this for you. It's like, yeah, I think I did.
Yeah.
I just told you this wall was powerful fun to paint.
So that scream that we just heard,
I'm a little worried about. Yeah, is that calling
bad.
people?
I don't.
So is that like ringing the bell?
It seems like in a way it was calling all of these dudes over here to come get me. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's. Yeah, that was.
Oh,
I hate that.
Oh, that's eerie.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. Could this be a secret? Could it be? No.
No.
It could not be a secret. What about
this
one?
Is just asking the question.
That one's not a secret, though.
The only secret there is a very unorthodox illusory wall that just has one crystal out inside of it.
Oh, Jesus. So there's a weird sorcerer thing. There's another one over here. I thought there was another one over here.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. I was pretty sure there was, but
what gem?
Don't worry. I guess it'll sneak up on us soon enough.
Right? Like,
surely we'll get hurt soon.
I saw fucking eyes over here.
Yeah. No. Same.
Oh.
I hear something. Yep.
Oh my god.
Miyazaki.
I have a heart condition.
Yeah, I was gonna say, he has a heart condition.
I have a cardiologist appointment on Monday.
They aren't gonna be happy with this.
No. So there's something terrible down there.
Yeah, I don't like that at all. That's a floating corpse of some kind. That's definitely not.
Oh.
Ew, it's a silverfish.
Oh god.
With hair. How very Jinji Ito.
Yeah, it's like a silverfish by way of like the grunge.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
What was the ring? I can't remember the name of the monster
the ring,
girl from the Ring.
Oh yeah, it starts with an
that
S,
one's
doesn't
dead.
it? Like
that one's just dead. We didn't attack it. It's just there.
Well, you'd expect some of them to be dead.
God, like what an awful city.
I do appreciate how we got in here and it looked kind of magical and interesting, and every place we go, it's just like it makes it more and more scungy and gross to be here.
Yeah, it is interesting because I do see like the direction from here to Elden Ring. Like Elden Ring feels much more like a way I can understand how we get to Elden Ring better, playing through this zone after having played Elden Ring.
Oh yeah, no, for sure.
Like this is so fucking like the level design here, the decisions we're making, the way this like there's this huge rock outcropping dominating the landscape while we're underneath this weird, neoclassical bridge.
I mean, even just the verticality, right? Like even just the way that the time we were marking that it's built up. And then there's this massive plain. I think that those two things kind of put together are the erector set of Elden Ring.
Yeah.
You have a big open plain and then something you can climb.
And we're slowly ditching. Like it's funny because we Bloodborne ditches the Dark Souls palette. That Dark Souls likes to use. In favor for like this weird Bloodborne palette, and then here we're slowly injecting the new palette that would become the Elden Ring palette into the game. We don't quite have like the spectral metallics that are going to become like the big staple of a game.
Yellows too.
Yeah, we don't have. We're not into the glimmering gold of everything yet. We're still, pallid moonlight, but that also, pallid moonlight definitely like plays a role in the palette that Elden Ring uses.
Oh yeah.
So over here we've got. That's not
another
a thing.
Dead one.
Oh, there's a weird slug man.
But the slug man gave us something.
The slug man is dead.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Oh, the slug man has a staff.
Slugman has a clerical spell. Great heal. Oh god, I hate this.
Oh, it's eating Slugman.
Jesus.
Oh, it's eating us.
God damn it.
You. They even disintegrate like silverfish.
God, I can't. These are things I cannot think about.
I pretend I do not hear it.
God. Yeah, no, seriously. So that's interesting. We go over here, we get a great heal miracle.
It's odd. Do we have any thoughts on who that might be? Do we think that's the pontiff of some sort, or
no? I think that's just
cardinal.
I think that's just one of those guys.
Okay.
He was. I guess he came out here because what this is. You're gonna you got your cathedral, but then you've also got like you've got your priests that hang out in the Vatican. You got your priests that hang out, outside of the Vatican. That's what we got here. I think he's just one. He's just one from here. It's just interesting that he's the only one.
Yeah, exactly. And that he has a fairly advanced, I guess it's not advanced, but it's sort of advanced miracle.
I mean, it's advanced in that
it's not the first thing you're going to pick up.
Yeah. I really just, this is all just so unpleasant.
Yeah.
But like, God, look at that. Look at this like, you know, oh, I guess that's back where we started, isn't it? This is the bridge we came in across.
Oh, look at that. You're right.
Yeah,
wow, that's pretty cool.
That's Irythyll's, you know, Charles Bridge. You know,
it is. Yeah. I mean, you cross that and you're in Irythyll. Yeah. It's very thick, the bridge. It's not going to fall down for anything.
And like, you know, when you walk across it, you know, you sing In Excess.
Great skybox going on here. Definitely like living the truth of skyboxes that the Elden Ring does as well.
Yeah, no, this is a wild skybox. When Sarah and I were in Prague, I was like, oh, we got to walk across the Charles Bridge, and I did it specifically so I could sing Never Tear Us Apart. And Sarah like, what are you doing? And I'm like, you never saw the NXS video for Never Tear Us Apart? It's shot on the fucking Charles Bridge.
That's one of the like the most obscure versions of you've never fucking seen this before. Is the In Excess video for Charles Bridge.
It's fucking In Excess.
Probably a lot of people haven't seen that video. Not that it's excusable, but
I'm from a time when In Excess was like, In Excess was big enough that like Salute Your Shorts, the Nickelodeon camp show, had a reference to In Excess on it.
That show was like, whenever I think back to Salute Your Shorts or Hey Dude, the Nickelodeon shows about being at camp, I feel like it's one of those things that I just like as a shared hallucination or something that I made up. You can't possibly be real, right? This didn't exist.
No.
It did, and In Excess proves it.
So
there's a spot.
I know that over here is a bonfire, and that's why I'm walking over here, because I have one Estus flask left.
It's so nice and quiet in here. I love that.
Yeah, isn't it wild?
Dark back there is a little scary.
Yeah.
Oh,
but there's nothing back there.
You know what this looks like? That area back there looks like where you meet the one firekeeper in.
Doesn't it? It does.
In Orlando.
This extremely has that vibe. So I'm gonna teleport back to Firelink Shrine, because we got a lot of souls and
so many souls.
So many souls. Derby's been on a killing spree. We've been kind of all over the place. I don't even we've gone so far afield from where we started this episode that like
for so many different reasons.
Yeah, like we're just on like a path. Derby is on a path and figuring it out. You know, seeing where we go.
That is so many souls.
Yeah, look at all these. We got all these nameless souls to eat too. Oh, no, 12. Look at that. All right. Okay.
If that's not 2 levels, it's very close.
Okay, yeah, that's all we got to munch. But first, I want to go and actually talk to our homie over here. I think we need chunks still, right? Do we need chunks?
I believe so, but we can.
We need chunks. We haven't gotten any chunks yet.
Brutal.
That is brutal. We need one more Titanite shard if we wanted to upgrade the Great Machete. But I mean,
at some point we might, because we don't need Titanite shards for anything anymore.
Yeah, it's true.
Yorshka's Spear.
Yorshka's Spear. Who's Yorshka? This treasure gifted to the Yorshka Church. So the Yorshka Church is enchanted by a soporific spell and was surreptitiously worshipped by Irythyll slaves.
Interesting.
As a weapon, it is part spear and part hammer. The former allowing thrusting and the latter allowing strikes.
Naturally.
This skill is pacifies. The skill raises spear in prayer and temporarily wear down the enemy FP with each strike. That's a boring skill. But what a weird weapon. The Yorshka Church.
Maybe a nice skill for maybe a nice skill for PvP, or at least in theory.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how many people actually use FP and PvP.
I'm gonna check in on our girl back here because I know I gave her the Boreal tip.
Oh, Champion of Ash, welcome back. Do you wish to hear a tale? You only have to ask. You know, in my home of Karim, I was a nun.
Okay.
I would be pleased to, but if I, terribly sorry.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. How many miracles do you even have at this point? Oh, deep protection and gnaw. Yeah. So. Okay, so we only gave you one of the deep tomes so far, I guess.
If you give her more, does she
bad things happen?
Have a bad reaction?
Yeah, she's a bad reaction.
Back again, I suppose this means you're after.
Yeah.
Don't forget what you promised.
I know. Shut up.
Yeah, bring sorceries.
Oh, hello. Fine work, I say.
Oh.
Discovering Irythyll in the Boreal Valley, all in a day's work. If the tales are true, it is home to old moon-worshipping nobles, and should be packed with treasure. What do you think? Shall I go and see what I can find?
Yeah.
Fine choice.
Let's go, homie.
I am Grey Rat the Thief. What I bring back will be worthy of that name.
Let's go.
I like that, I'm Grey Rat the Thief. What I bring back will be worthy of that name. Like, okay, just sure, my guy.
Works for me.
So I think he's like, we only have the Pontiff Shield so far, I guess, unlocked from him. But what does this say? Shield of the Pontiff Knights, frigid spirits that linger in Irythyll. So that's what we know so far about the Pontiff Knights.
We know that their armor is brittle because it is cold.
Oh, this is interesting. Shield of the Pontiff's Knights. That's an interesting distinction between the title of the weapon, the shield, and the actual first line of the dialogue. So that's neat. I don't need to buy any embers.
Goodbye, dude.
It's a waste of things for now.
He'll be gone for some time, pillaging.
Yeah, he's gonna go off doing his thing. Before we do anything else, I would like to
Welcome
level
home.
up.
Very well.
Smart.
Then taken.
Oh, and he's just screaming for you to heal the heal the dark side.
No, Derby's leveling up vitality.
Here.
The worthless stat.
Heal the dark side by ass.
No.
I'll never heal the dark side.
Drop in 36,000 souls on leveling up vitality.
Farewell.
And with 4,000 more, you could have 3 levels.
Right? Let's see, Derby. What can we put anything good on our body yet? I like the Drang armor actually has less poise than what we're currently wearing.
That's really weird.
But the Firekeeper robe has more.
Why would you ever change it out then? I mean, for the Drang armor, like, why would you? I guess not all armor's about poise, but like, boy.
No, it's not about poise. It's
It's odd. That's weird.
We're never gonna get to even this at this rate. We need one more. Probably just need one more, I think, and then Derby could wear the deserter armor.
Go sell some stuff. I think we could start wearing it.
We could. It's possible. Derby's kind of rocking this Grave Warden shit right now.
It looks really good.
I do like how all the pants are just kind of like grody sweatpants.
They're really
because
good.
That's what pants were for the longest, for centuries. Just
they hang on Derby in the least flattering way of all time.
It's so bad. Yeah, no, it's terrible. I love it. Absolutely adore the way the pants hang.
Don't forget to burn your undead bone shard.
Oh, right. I have an undead bone shard now. I should burn that. Yeah. +6.
Woo.
Yeah, that's... Okay, got none. Okay, that's good.
Always good to check.
Always good to check. I don't have 4,000 worth of things. No, I don't. So let's just go back.
Do our best to stay alive.
So
there's the Church of Yorshka.
There's the Church of Yorshka. That's interesting. I didn't realize that was the Church of Yorshka. So that's where the spear.
The soporific spear.
Yeah. We're gonna go back to the distant manor. That's where we left off. Because there's a weird cave. Well, it's not weird. It's not really a cave, but it's up back up here in this terrible river. That is flowing, but like to where?
Yeah, good question.
There's like, you'd expect to see like kind of like a waterfall happening here, but there's nothing. It's just kind of dammed up, and I guess it's just flunking around. Like, I don't.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like a creek, but it's not even that. It's just kind of like a sewer almost. Or
I was gonna say here we have a sewer.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the actual sewer.
And so this place sucks.
I mean, listen.
I'm just looking at it right now, and I'm like, oh, we got these terrible low, vaults.
We're in a medieval place, yeah.
Yeah, and then we've got more of these like these Junji Ito spider crawdad. Like, this is
Yeah, I hate those guys.
Bloodborne. Ugh. We get the terrible snail women.
I think they're bigger. I think that's a bigger one, isn't it?
Is that a bigger one? No, I think that's the normal size.
Oh yeah, you're right. That is normal.
They're just
the snail
that
women
size.
Really are upsetting. Are really, really upsetting. There we go.
Oh. I like that the sword scrapes the ceiling. That's real good.
I'm not so sure there's ever been a better use for fire bombs.
Yeah. Like, honestly, no. When I did this zone the first time, I ran I just ran through it. I was like, I'm not dealing with any of this shit. Fuck all of it. I hate everything happening here. I refuse to engage with it. And I just ran straight to the exit.
Are all of their hairs so... Is that consistently like that? Like, are they all long?
Yeah.
I can't quite tell. I feel like some of them are short, but I don't know. Oh, yeah, no, you're right. Just trailing in the water behind them.
Yeah, no.
Ugh.
No, it's gross.
It's super gross.
Especially because they're like, their bodies are like face huggers.
Mm-hmm. No, you were absolutely right not to
engage with this zone. Yeah,
zone.
no. Fine. I'm not fucking with this. I'm doing it now for the people, because the people got to know.
People demand to know more about the
dung pies down
animals.
here, which is like, are the dung pies from them? Are they eating and excreting? Is it because this is a sewer? Like, Derby's just like, hell no. and Derby is correct. There's nothing over there. It's just like a weird... It's a weird...
This is nothing?
It's a weird sewer, too, like, if you like think about it, like, what actually is going on down here?
I mean, it's truly like an old-fashioned sewer in this... Oh, no. In the sense of, like, we needed somewhere to store all this stuff. We don't have any... We don't really have anything going on in terms that's like a modern convenience. It's just a bunch of storage.
Oh, Derby just killed 2 at once. That was sick as hell.
That was awesome. I didn't want to interrupt that because it was... Oh, no.
Okay, there we go.
Good job.
I think we killed all of them. No hidden path ahead. Visions of despair. But it's funny because there is, like, it does look like they're like, oh, no, I should be able to open that or something. No, and there's nothing in that little alcove.
Is that a staircase over there?
Yeah, it's over here. Over here, there's a staircase.
I was gonna riot if this whole area just led to nothing. That would have been too much.
Soup ahead. There's a person who's just like drowning.
I guess that's why he's soup.
Excrement covered ashes.
Ew.
So we've been running through that.
I don't think.
What's up in here?
Food.
Soup ahead.
Oh, that's the stew.
Look at that. And look, it's a friend.
Oh yeah, who could it be? Well,
Sleeping. He's sleeping.
Well, I would like to sleep there. I
love this guy.
He's the best. He's stirring.
Oh, excuse me, I must have dozed off. It's rather warm in here. Well, hasn't it been all too long? It's good to see you. Oh, I seem to have missed my chance, so I, Siegwart of Katarina, offer my deepest gratitude. And a little surprise to go with it. It's all yours.
Ah, he gives emit force.
I know. Won't you join me for dinner? I make a fine Esther soup. I've got some stewing right now. Even we undead deserve a little normalcy from time to time. To your valor, my sword, and our sworn duties. Long may the sun shine.
Long may the sun shine.
Have you heard? Somewhere, hidden right here in Irythyll, is a deep dungeon. And even below that, the profaned capital, home of Yhorm, the reclusive giant lord. That reminds me, I've a grave promise to keep.
What is it?
Oh, sorry. I'm afraid I've cast a cloud over things. Well, I'm going to have myself a little nap. The only thing to do, really, after a nice toast.
This guy gets it. Absolutely gets it.
Absolutely gets it. Have a
Take
nice toast and then
toast.
a nap. And there's some Estus soup there, but we don't need it because we're actually doing quite okay at the moment. There's nothing over here. This is just a nice, medieval kitchen.
It's beautiful, and we get to see our friend.
Oh yeah. Some big cauldrons, some sacks of things. And then be wary of up, and then wary of enemy. Oh, look, and so now here we have
like a sitting gallery.
Yeah. It's this big elaborate place. And what's that up there?
Enemy?
That's an enemy. Yeah. Do you want to take a look? Let's take a look at this enemy up here.
Yeah, let's look. Is that some sort of bow?
That's some sort of bow, Trevor. It's quite a big
really
one, isn't it? Some
bow.
kind of
Yeah.
some kind of great bow.
It is some kind of great bow.
It
You're right.
is some kind of great bow. We're not gonna fuck with that right now. That is a great bow. That is a knight with a great bow. And
Makes sense.
Where do we remember knights with great bows in Gothic castles?
Well, I don't think there's one immediate one that comes to every single person's mind because it's one of the hardest things to do. But for me personally, it's the one in Anor Londo that everyone hates.
That's correct. That's fucking correct. And that's not we're not going there right now, because I'm not dealing with that particular shit at this moment.
Makes sense to me.
Yeah, we've got so much more to make sense of before we go there, but particularly right now, I've got enough to go get one more point, and I'm going to spend it.
Stay mad. non-vitality cells.
Right? You're over here. You're just hanging out.
Welcome home, Ash. Speak.
I want to level
Very
up.
well. Then taken.
All right. 1 more point vitality. Woo! I think that might be
Farewell, Ash.
enough to wear something. Let's see. Hey, look at that.
Okay.
That's like double the poise. But we
That's
lose
pretty nice.
we lose half of our curse. You know, a bunch of our bleed. It's like magic resistance. But we're getting closer to where the Fallen Knight's at. We're getting closer to being able to wear real armor again. We could wear the Herald
Real
armor.
Real armor.
The Herald set.
Oh,
Look at that.
Derby's
Isn't
pulling that off. I like it.
It's kind of fun.
And no slow roll.
No. Can we wear the full? Wear the Herald trousers? We still can, yeah. This is
Wow.
more boys.
Okay.
Derby, look at you. Derby, look at you. You look respectable.
Derby's moving up in the world.
You're looking respectable. Or in the brigand gauntlets. Derby, are you a brigand? Or
Or are you a herald?
are you a can't wear the Herald gloves.
Okay, well, you know, let's not go fly too close to the sun.
Yeah, let's not do that. We can almost wear the Fire Witch gloves. Not quite. We should
Those
read
are
about the
fire.
Fire Witch. Gauntlets of witches who bore the profaned flame. Now harrowed spirits of Irythyll.
Harrowed.
Harrowed spirits of Irythyll, yeah. The witches who lead the Pontiff's Knights were originally ordained as holy knights. It was not long, however, before their hearts were swallowed by the profaned flame. So what the fuck is the profaned flame, Trevor?
Oh, I mean, we know about the flame from the swamp, but that's not the profane flame.
That's not the profane flame. Yeah, that's some other shit. We're gonna have to find out about this.
It's very, very troubling.
I kind of like Derby's little Herald set. That looks good.
Yeah, it's good. It's very classic, like,
Yeah, that's good.
it looks like a King's Quest character.
Right. I think the I'm not quite sold on the bracers, but you know what? Like they'll work for now.
Well, yeah, we can't
working.
change the bracers right now.
Yeah, we just can't change this right now. That's fine. I wanted to run up and talk to our friend Patches while we were here.
Oh yeah, our good friend Patches.
Our good friend Patches, because he's a new friend to Firelink, and I just want to make sure he's fitting in okay, that he's making friends. He's doing his little squat.
His frog squat.
Patches squat.
Yes,
We
let's
learned
go.
Patches squat. Yes.
Yes. What can I do?
Patches only do this when they are very depressed.
Patches.
We're just a couple of outcasts. Let's make the best of it. Wait.
It's so funny because there's no in Armored Core 6 there's no Patches, but there is Rusty. And I peep the way people imprinted on Rusty. I am wondering if Rusty is going to become
new Patches.
What Patches became. Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm curious to see if we'll get a return of Rusty. Patches, you got anything going on here? The horse hoof ring.
Interesting.
An old ring with a seal depicting a horse's hoof. Boosts kick effect. Unbreakable Patches adored this ring and the feeling that it gave him when he kicked his marks into the depths of treacherous traps, but suffered no shortage of ridicule from his associates for relying so heavily on the tired old trick. But who is sorrier? The horse who knows only to kick, or the fool who approaches the old beast without thought?
What a great ring.
Incredible.
Perfect, just absolutely perfect character building right there.
That's incredible.
0 notes.
And I really love the editorialization at the end there. That's so good. Oh, that's interesting. I never read the black leather set before. Black dyed leather armor enable its wearer to hide in the shadows with silent finesse. The wearer of this fine attire was admired by friends and enemies alike, for his skills were unmatched and his heart was true as gold.
Wow.
As its new owner, you have quite the shoes to fill. Yeah, that's just interesting. I not ever read that.
That's very interesting. Yeah.
Can't find anything. Well, you could try looking at it.
Yeah, I know, Patches. I could, but you don't really have anything, homie. Sorry. Where did our depressed guy go?
Yeah, that's a great question. Is he dead?
I think he was out here praying periodically. Oh, what's this?
Uh-oh.
Oh!
Ah!
Doggo. Hawkswood shield. It's the Hawkswood shield. Hawkswood shield. Shield that belonged to Hawkwood. A deserter from the... I guess that was his name. His name was Hawkwood.
That was him. Interesting.
A deserter from the Undead Legion. The unique swordsmanship of the Watchers did not normally allow for the use of shields. The unique swordsmanship of the Watchers would not allow such a shield, and Hawkwood's very possession of it was telltale of his defeat. Interesting. Wow. So he had this kind of weird cowardly thing going on that he wouldn't... He used a shield instead of being like a weird, sick Grave Watcher guy doing like knife and sword shit.
It's true, and yeah, wow, what a strange way to understand cowardice, right? Mm-hmm. Also, the idea that he tried and then was defeated is pretty interesting too.
Yeah. But also, where'd he go?
I think he just left. Peaced out.
Oh, now, Trevor, people don't just peace out in Dark Souls games.
You're right. They have to make a full animated video where it stops and you get to watch the best, most like high fidelity thing where they say, "I'm leaving now. Fare thee well, unkindled." God. Yeah, no, I'm actually digging the Herald set on Derby. I was not. It's so nice. It honestly is.
I was not anticipating that, but I'm kind of digging it. I think Derby's feeling it too. Derby's cleaning her act up.
No wonder it has more poise.
Yeah, no, it's. All right, so I'm gonna go to this distant manor because I want to go down. That's just what I want to do. I want to go. There's a stairwell that goes down. See, look at that.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And right now, I'm interested in going down because our good friend mentioned that beneath this, there was the profaned capital.
Right.
And first of all, there's these terrible guys over here. Try jumping. I mean, I could try jumping, but there's guys that probably need killing.
I would assume so, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to kill these guys because... Oh, where are they going? Oh, what are you guys doing? Oh.
They vanished.
Oh, they're sneaking off that way to that doorway. Huh.
It's odd.
Well, then I guess I'll try jumping.
Yeah, why not? Listen to what our friend says.
Rusted gold coin. Oh, we're actually still on another ledge. That's interesting. Oh, there's some...
Oh, yeah.
There's some spooky eyes.
That's one of the dogs. Well, maybe not.
No, that's not... It's not dogs. That's a weird spooky guy. Oh, look at him go. look at him. Oh, are you coming up? Are you gonna run? Where are you doing? No, you're just kind of hiding behind a pillar.
He does not like you being around.
That's so funny. What a weird little... Hey, now he's creeping back. What a funny little AI decision.
It's very funny because it shows the sense of like extreme defense and saving the like the self-preservation, I guess. But then also look at it moseying back. Like it's going back to the exact same spot it fell into mortal danger.
It is funny that you use the word moseying because it does look like it's moseying. Oh, now it's kind of patrolling. Oh shit. There's all kinds of shit back here, Trevor.
Oh.
I made mistakes. Oh, I made mistakes.
Whoa, oh no.
Large Titanite shard though. Oh my god, I made mistakes there, Trevor. Jesus. Okay, I gotta get this torch out here.
All right, well, you took care of some of your mistakes there.
Yeah, I guess so. That wasn't so bad. It could have been worse. Oh. So there's a witch.
Oh, fire witch.
There's two of those guys. I don't know where the one little... Oh, the witch knows I'm here. I think the witch knows I'm here. I can't... Yeah, the witch knows I'm here. All right, fine.
She lit up
YOLO!
her sphere.
Oh. Witch is dead. That guy's dead.
Yes. Yes.
YOLO!
YOLO!
It's Derby's new fit. That's what did it.
I think I agree.
Trevor,
Definitely not the extra poise.
Have I died this episode yet?
Nope, you are at 0 deaths.
I'm fucking just
You're killing
destroying it. Look, there's this asshole up here. I'm gonna kill this guy because, like, fuck him, right? Like, that's what I'm saying, right? Like, oh, what the shit, homie? Don't drink those energy drinks. They're bad for you. Pontiff Knight armor, sick.
Excellent.
Sick.
We are slowly gathering everything.
We're gathering evidence. Oh, look at this little bridge. Look at this little bridge. And this... Oh, look at that. That's the Boreal Valley. Those are those... Oh. Wait.
Uh-oh.
Dark Spirit
Alva.
Alva, Seeker of the Spurned. Oh.
That does not sound like the... It would be really funny if you picked that name for your character.
No, this is an NPC.
I know. I was gonna say that, and then I thought, wouldn't it be funny if there was like...
Oh, shit, Alva.
Whoa.
Calm
like
the
a player
fuck down.
character named that.
That would be funny.
Oh, me? I'm Alva.
There you go. Fuck you,
Wow.
Alva. Oh, we got the Murakamo. So, peace out to Alva, Seeker of the
We
Spurned.
hardly knew you.
Alva, you should have known. Derby is not spurned.
Yeah, she's pretty fine.
Yeah,
she doesn't have any concerns.
Yeah, Derby's not spurned. So there's just this terrible walkway that goes down to nothing, collapsed. And then over here is some kind of terrible dark passageway.
Oh my.
We love terrible dark passageways. There's a bonfire.
Another bonfire. How many do they have in here?
Irythyll dungeon.
The dungeon, of course.
We found the deep dungeon that leads to the profaned capital or whatever is what our homie was telling us about.
Pretty amazing.
That's pretty amazing. What is this? Online play item. A roster of Knights of the Dark Moon who have served since the age of the old royals. Used to discover the names of Dark Moon Knights, an order of elite knights shrouded in the shadows. Let's use this. Wow. Okay, let's look at some of these. There's Deep Drifter Mira, XVH, Filianor, Lovely Nero. Some Japanese names I can't explain. This is something. I think that's supposed to be Ice Cop.
I can't read that at all.
The Dark Moon Creo. Dylan of Astora. Shout out to Dylan of Astora. Also shout out to Creo.
Creo.
Creo. Customer Mursk. Ice Fairy Cyrano. Pickle Pea. Queen. Feng Shui. Miro. Seagate. Seagate QE. Ashen one.
QE's interesting.
Forget
Ashen
not.
one. Ashen one.
Adam. Shout out to Adam. Mia Yang ran a Stanley stay. Lord Daniel.
Stanley stay.
Lord Daniel. Protagonist. Someone just do their shit protagonist.
That's very cool.
Ronnie. So someone played Elden Ring and then came back to this.
And they were like, listen, I'm going to RP my favorite character.
Dude Eater. Dude Eater.
Yeah.
Kazuma. Ron.
Oh, okay.
Adele. Parsifal. Average. Shout out to Average.
It is odd we don't see more Kiryu in these things.
Yeah,
you know,
it's true.
Point.
Net Rissa. Zaracha.
Net Rissa.
Marquis Valderg.
Okay.
And then Suzuki. Shout out
Oddly
to
enough, also both enemies in Final Fantasy XIV, Marquis Valderg and Suzuki.
Right. Woof. Woof.
Woof. Woof.
Inquiar's Undead. That's a name.
John Souls. Let's go.
John Souls is good. 4 Blades. Faith. Tone. 0. Noise. Smartass. That's a good one. Iron Bunny. Motionless. Hentai Slayer.
Yeah.
Oh, not White Wizard. You can't.
Yeah, that's not good.
That's not good. Chip Boo. Monkey D. Ruffy. Lady Chrissy.
Caliber.
Lady Chrissy.
Lady Chrissy. The guy saw her ad.
Whoa, I Dong Dong. Uria. Red Monkey. Last Order.
114514.
When are we going to get ones that are just explicitly neo-Nazi names? Is what I want to know.
I'm wondering too. It's so far so good.
Like a fucking
I guess
saber.
White Wizard. Yeah, sabers.
I mean, that might just be a Gandalf,
like
but also, or not a Gandalf, or it could be either a Gandalf or the other fucking wizard. The Gandalf's
friend.
Gandalf's former friend.
Oh, the Wizard of White, Saruman.
Saruman, yeah, there we go. God, I can't believe I completely couldn't remember.
The only good wizard is Radagast of the Brown.
Shout out to Kim.
The terrible wizard.
The 7th Doctor, you mean? What's the
Kim?
seventh or 8th Doctor? I don't remember anymore.
Let me help you.
Let me help you. That's it. You know, I respect that. I never like knew. Like, it's funny because Elden Ring really did have that, like, Dark Souls and Elden Ring. Like, Dark Souls, I had the one character, the original Derby, the very first Derby, who parked it right outside of Ornstein and Smough, and just became a Ornstein and Smough carry bot.
That's cool.
Yeah, that was the very first Derby, very first iteration of Derby. Never completed Dark Souls. Just parked it outside Ornstein and Smough and became, an Ornstein and Smough carry bot. Get people through that fight, and then, like, Dark Souls 2 and Dark Souls 3 never really presented like fights to me where people really needed help.
Yeah, like the fight. Like Ornstein and Smough was the fight.
Yeah, like Dark Souls 2 had some big fights that like mostly were in the DLC and things like that. Though there's nothing that was like you couldn't just eventually get your brute force your way through. But I guess Elden Ring does have Millennia, and we got let me solo her or whatever.
Yeah, right, exactly. Yeah, I like that because like these are just these massive skill checks basically, and it's neat to be able to help someone get through that, so you don't have to worry too much about it.
Dissatisfaction. That's an incredible.
Very good. Sefte Dranklik.
Yeah.
Sefte Dranklik.
Alterius, Rosalind Frey, Guts. you gotta respect.
There you go. Guts. I know. I get that reference.
I like that this person's name is Glass.
Oh,
and it
there
has
you
been
go.
censored.
I thought it might be Glock, but it's definitely Glass. Yeah.
No, it's Glass. Big T.
That's me.
Big
It's my
T.
character.
Big T. Chobo King.
Chobo King. Orsinus. Pio.
Sekiro.
Sure, why not? Real life.
Evatron.
What?
That's what we finally get. We get like we had like, you know, sickly Hitler, and then in the new Wolfenstein we're gonna get Evatron. Sergio El Regent.
Ooh, love it.
Grand Lancer Triple
X.
There we go.
Jack Payne.
That's good. 9-9.
I like 9-9.
Gunther. Secret. The guy.
The guy.
Brian.
Mr. Meteor.
Mr. Medeer. Conan. There we go.
Ash.
No, there's an Ash.
John Smith.
John
no.
Smith. We got a straight up Solaire. There we go.
Okay.
Lucifer. Block Fook. Yeah. I heart black people. Okay.
Hey, hopefully they're being sincere.
Yeah, you know.
Honda Tsubasa.
Geely Eye.
Wolf Knight. Yeah.
Another Ash. Another Shirley. Without
Olympia.
you. Little
Leon
Harlot.
Bloodsword.
Yeah, wow. Leon Bloodsword, that's a good one. Little Harlot. Leon Bloodsword is extremely someone's like Pathfinder character name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly.
Napoleon.
D. Brynhilder.
Motorman.
Popped up.
Sam.
WTF, dude. Laughing face.
What the fuck? Yeah, so good. Fucking Vash. Yo soy Alejandro.
Very nice.
Enter name. Good.
Classic. Always good.
Yeah. Zeus and then Sun and then Yeetmeister.
Like how they spelled Meister there.
Yeah. And then just a good old classic. What the fuck? Miami.
Oh, whoa.
Miami with the 4.
Miami with the 4 is so clutch. That is so good.
That's so good. Hub Farm.
That's my favorite so far. I do like OWO as well, but Miami with the 4 is so cool.
Yeah, no, I think Miami with the 4 is probably the winner here. Poncho, that's a good one. Carbo together.
Huh.
We get Dante with a 4 and a 3. It's not as good as Miami with the 4 though. It's trying too hard. John,
it's true.
It's fucking John. It's John. What?
It's John. Don't ask any questions about it. Blackthorn Vial.
Drago Wago. The tuna. Okay. Eggplants.
The So Ninja.
The So Ninja.
Ashen one.
Faggot Lord of Turd.
Wow. Okay.
He really worked on that one.
Woo. Yeah, that's going to be a tough one to top.
That's going to be a tough one. Katy Perry. Some of these are just censored. Kim. Yep. Christian. Twisty O'Riordan. Death Vader.
Oh. Death Vader is very cool.
Death Vader.
Forlorn Wanderer.
I like Solaire. Mark. Oh, we get our first bit of racism.
Where? Oh.
Yeah, where?
Sorry, I'm getting tired. My eyes were just like drifting, and I missed the super obvious racism.
Yeah, I think we're good there. I think we're just done here.
We were going as far as we could see the racism, and we found it.
And we found the racism.
Everyone, we found the racism. You can sleep easy.
Their contribution is below 100, so good there. You fucker. Excuse me, fucker. It's not censored.
How is that not censored, but ass in glass is censored?
I don't
Man,
know.
That rocks so much.
I got
autistic boyfriend.
I like that you got to really get down to like the low contribution where people really bust their fun nut. Please no dung. Let's see. What?
I don't know.
What did we censor there? But not whore.
Again, yeah, like it's because of the W and the H are capitalized. I think that's weird.
I don't know.
King terrorist. King terrorist. Vegeta.
It's really getting something here, huh?
Dark Reaper. That's the Dutch Dark Reaper.
Carl.
Soul Eater Lynch.
So I think that's it for this week. Trevor, where can the people find you? What have you been up to?
People can find me. People, if they want to find me, can find me on my alt Dark Souls character fucker. No, people can find me at No Cartridge. That's where I've been recently. Lots of fun stuff in the works there, and I'm at Hagelbun on Twitter, and soon probably just shifting full time to Blue Sky as we're gonna get charged to be on Twitter, which is the last bridge.
It's just new people that are gonna get charged.
Oh, okay. As long as it's not me.
Yeah, no, it's not gonna be us. Just new people.
Oh, whew. Well, in any case, I'm sure something else will happen. But yeah, No Cartridge, check it out. We're gearing back up. Turns out it's hard to spin a whole podcast operation back into business. I've never taken a break before, but it's happening. We're doing good work. So hang in there, go follow, subscribe, all that, and keep your eyes peeled. Dia, where can people find your work?
You can find me here on YouTube. You can also find me at patreon.com/Dialacina. You can find me on Blue Sky, Dialacina.Blue Sky or Bisky. Is it .Bisky? But .Bisky.social or whatever. Just look for Dialacina on Blue Sky. You'll find me.
It's so snappy and catchy. That's why I think it's gonna work.
I'm Dialacina everywhere, so you can just find that. Keep your eyes peeled to Paste. In theory, I'm gonna be writing something about Final Fantasy XI. Please send prayers and thanks, for me to do that.
Dia writing about Final Fantasy XI is like, I'm trying to think of like a good. It's like when people used to freak out when they would see like David Foster Wallace writing about tennis. To those in the know, that's Dia writing about Final Fantasy XI. That's like this is great news.
Sir Dingus Doink 2 and Pussyhound 420.
That's my Ornstein and Smo.
That's the real Ornstein and Smo right there. But yeah, you can find me at Dialacina basically everywhere. You can find my writing on Paste. We're gonna be doing a top 50 RPG list that's coming out soon. That
I've got to see behind the scenes on that. It's very exciting.
Behind the scenes on that has been very entertaining. It's been a blood sport. We have the email chain in creating it. The voting, the ranking, the discussions, the absolute fuck you, no, we're never putting that on this list, that's happened behind the scenes has been incredible. And
all among like some of the nicest people I know, which is what the funniest part is.
And in the end, we created a list that no one is satisfied with, but everyone can look at it and go, yeah, I contributed to that.
It rocks. It's good stuff.
It's good stuff. It's exactly what a top 50 list is supposed to be. And none of the shit that should be in the top 10 is in the top 10. Actually, I can't say if that's true or not, but spoilers, I personally shut out Chrono Trigger. So you know what? I'm counting it a win. That's your spoiler. Chrono Trigger not in the fucking top 10. Boom.
You've personally made dozens of people angry.
I know. I was so very like intense. I was just like, look, This is what we're doing. We're not putting Chrono Trigger in the top 10. I refuse. And while I might not be satisfied with the top 10, because can you ever truly be satisfied with a list of this type? Also, top 50 is too narrow for top 100 RPGs. It's like you need to do top 100 like minimum.
Yeah.
There are too many RPGs in the world, but at least I shut Chrono Trigger out.
I'm a huge Chrono Trigger partisan, and I'll even say I admire the hustle of the haters so much.
Yeah, no, we got some good stuff on the list. We got some stuff that, like, you know, I look at it and I go, why the fuck did we let this on the list? We got some stuff that, you know, I shut out of the top 10, and I'm really proud of it. We got some stuff that snuck on the top 10, and I'm kind of like, really? This is what we're doing with guys? It was a fun time. It's also been like one of the most stressful things I have done in games. So please look forward to that, because I have to go now write like 1,000 words for all the different blurbs for the things that I put on the list.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Absolutely brutal
Absolutely
stuff,
brutal, but it's going to be a great time. So yeah, look for that, and come back here next week. We're going to have more derby time. We're going to look at this Irythyll dungeon and shit. We got, like, there's so much going on in this game. Damn.
If there's not more funny names, we riot.
Yeah, we're going to have more funny names for sure. We'll see you next time. And remember, all is for the best on the best of all possible souls. Bye. Y'all. Well, I was not expecting the N-word to show up on the stream.
That was very surprising. This is so funny because I was looking for everything that was not the N-word.
Yeah, and then it just happened. I was like, Jesus Christ.
My eyes laid upon it. I was like, oh my.
Of all the things that did not make into like the little censoring dictionary. Holy shit.
I feel like that woke me up more than anything tonight.
Right?
Like I was shocked awake by that.
Jesus Christ.